Pompeii was a busy Roman city full of life, markets, music, and people. But in just one day, everything stopped. A volcano exploded and covered the city in ash. Let's explore how an entire city died and was forgotten for 1,500 years. Pompeii was near Naples, Italy. People there were rich and happy. They had homes with art, pools, and gardens. Streets were full of food, laughter, and business. No one expected that their peaceful life would end so suddenly. Mount Vesuvius was close to Pompeii, but the people didn't worry. It looked calm. They didn't know it was a volcano. No one alive had seen it erupt before. They built their homes nearby, not knowing they were living in danger. On this hot summer day, the volcano woke up. First, there were small earthquakes. Then, smoke and ash filled the sky. But many people stayed. They didn't know this was the start of one of the worst disasters in history. Vesuvius exploded with great power. Ash, rocks, and fire fell from the sky. The city became dark as night. People ran, screamed, and hid. But there was no escape. The streets were filled with panic, fire, and choking smoke. The ash fell fast. Roofs collapsed. Bodies were buried where they stood. In just hours, Pompeii was gone, completely covered in thick ash. Everything froze in place. People, animals, even food on tables was still there. After the disaster, Pompeii was lost. Over time, people forgot about it. Trees grew over the land. No one knew a whole city was buried right under their feet. For more than 1,500 years, Pompeii stayed silent under the ash. In the 1700s, workers digging for a new building found old walls and strange objects. They had found Pompeii. Slowly, the city came back to life. The ash had kept everything almost perfectly preserved for centuries. One shocking thing the archaeologists found was empty spaces shaped like people. These were the bodies. They filled them with plaster, and now we can see the people of Pompeii, frozen in their last moments forever. In Pompeii, you can still see kitchens, beds, markets, and artwork. Graffiti is written on walls. Even bread is still in ovens. It's like time stopped. This gives us a real look at Roman life, frozen in one terrible day. Some people were running. Some were holding loved ones. Others were covering their mouths. These plaster casts show fear, pain, and love. They tell us real stories of normal people who never thought that day would be their last. Some people did escape the volcano, but many stayed, not knowing how bad it was. There were no warning systems. No one expected the ash to be so deadly. By the time they understood, it was too late to leave. Pompeii taught us about natural disasters, history, and life in ancient Rome. It also reminds us how fast life can change. One moment you're shopping. The next, you're part of history, frozen in ash forever. Mount Vesuvius is still active today. Millions of people live nearby, just like the people of Pompeii once did. Scientists watch it closely. They hope to warn people in time if it erupts again. But the risk is still real. Today, people visit Pompeii from all over the world. They walk in Roman streets, see Roman homes, and feel Roman life. The city is no longer lost, but it reminds us of how powerful nature can be. Pompeii was a city full of life until one day it wasn't. What would you do if you had only hours left? Would you stay or run? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more powerful stories.